Perek Aleph, Mishnah Vav. Ve'elu shechayovim b'kolboin. As an introduction, the Rambam explains that during Adar, the time of giving the Chatzi Shekel, because of the demand for the Chatzi Shkolim, it turned out that 2 half Shkolim were actually more valuable than 1 shekel. And therefore, the Chachomim said, if a person pays a Chatzi Shekel, that's fine. But if 2 people join and pay 1 shekel instead of 2 half shkolim, there would be a surcharge, an extra payment, a premium that would be paid rather than if they were paying 2 separate half shkolim. So that, in fact, the Beis HaMikdash wouldn't be losing out. However, the Mishnah says, Ve'elu shechayovim b'kolboin. 2 people joining up, they wouldn't always be chayev, this premium. When would they be chayev? Which people, what type of person would be chayev? Leviim v'Yisraelim v'geirim v'avodim shuchrorim, which means avodim who have been freed. Because all these people are mechuyev to bring a Chatzi Shekel, therefore, if they would join up and 2 people together would bring just 1 shekel, they would have to pay that kolboin, lashon kal, an extra amount of premium because they weren't paying individual half shkolim. Avol, continues the Mishnah, Loi kohanim v'noshim v'avodim k'tanim. Kohanim, ladies, avodim, evet kanani, k'tanim, children. Seeing as these people are not mechuyev to pay a Chatzi Shekel, the kohanim are in fact mechuyev, but there was no coercion for them to pay the half a shekel. Therefore, those individuals, as there was no real chiyuv as such to be paying the half shekel, if they joined up and paid 1 shekel between 2 people, there would not be that kolboin, that premium, to be paid on top of the value. Continues the Mishnah, Hashoikel al yedei kohen, someone who pays the half shekel, explains the Bartanura himself, together with, on behalf of a kohen, the other half, or al yedei isha, also for himself and also on behalf of a lady, al yedei eved, al yedei cotton, for an eved kanani, or for a cotton. And as we explained, these people, so the kohanim, there was no coercion, and the other individuals were not mechuyev. So someone is paying for himself and, for example, for an isha. Potter. The individual could have paid just a half a shekel without any premium. Because this individual is paying for one of these individuals who themselves are not mechuyev, no kolban is to be paid. And this would apply even if they were lending this money to the isha and paying on behalf of them, and they were expecting the money to be returned to them, no kolban would be paid. If, however, someone is paying a half a shekel for themselves and also for their friend, explains the Bartanura, this is where they're lending the money to their friend, they expect that to be repaid. Chayev b'kolboin echad, they are mechuyev to pay 1 extra premium amount on top of the full shekel that they're paid, rather than the 2 half shkolim. Rab Meir disagrees fundamentally with the Tana Kama. Rab Meir oimer shnei kolbonos. Rab Meir says that in fact, min haTorah, one always needs to pay an additional premium, even if one pays a chatzi shekel. And the reason for that is because one needs to be absolutely certain that one is paying the full chatzi shekel amount. And just in case that coin was slightly less than the full value of a chatzi shekel, there's always a chiyuv to pay a kolbon, a premium. And therefore, if two people are joining up, then 2 kolbonos would be paid. What about an individual? The next case, hanoisin seller, someone who gives a seller. A seller is a synonym for a shekel. V'noitel, shekel, and takes back. Although it says shekel, explains the Bartanuri, he takes back a chatzi shekel. The chatzi shekel was normally called, because people are so familiar with the chatzi shekel, they called it a shekel. But in fact, this means hanoisin seller, someone who gives a full shekel to the Beis Hamikdash. V'notel shekel, and takes back a half a shekel. Chayev shnei kolbonos. He is also mechuyev to pay two premiums. One, because he is not giving a half a shekel, he is giving a full shekel. And number 2, because he is receiving back a half a shekel. And as we explained, a half a shekel was more valuable actually than half of one complete shekel. Therefore, he would have to pay 2 kolbonos.